She's doing really well. Colleen Woods, who has got her in an animal shelter at Rawson, is dressing the bandages daily and making sure that she's attended to and kept comfortable, Christy.
Now, she's in an animal shelter, but where will she go next? Will she have a permanent home eventually?
Look, eventually, Christy, but because so much of our Australian forest has been desecrated this summer, they're not really sure where they'll release her yet. There is quite a few species of trees that she feeds off, but because our state has been so severely ravished, a lot of the habitat is gone. Not all of it, but we've copped a real hiding, Christy.
You know, Sam the koala is just one of quite a number of displaced animals who have been burned out of their homes as a result of these terrible fires in Victoria. What will happen to all these animals who did manage to escape but have nowhere to go to right now?
Look, a lot of them obviously perished in the fires, Christy, because as I'm sure you've seen, they raced through so quickly. And but what's also happened is even carers have actually lost their animal shelters. So they're inundated at the moment. They're trying to rescue as many of the injured wildlife as possible, and that's one of the things that, even though the photo and the image of rehydrating Sam, the people that have taken all the effort on board to look after Sam, they do a fantastic job because they're not funded or anything. It's all just it just comes out of their own pocket, and they've done a great job.
David, we're looking at the now world-famous photograph of you feeding Sam the koala bear some water when you first encountered him there in the burnt-out forest area. I was wondering if you could just tell us more of the story when you first encountered the koala. I mean, of course, you're in the heat of the moment, quite literally, trying to put out these fires, and yet you encounter this creature in the forest. What made you sort of step out of your role for a little bit and say, I need to save this little guy?
Christy, I have a real deep affection for the Australian wildlife. I used to love Steve Irwin, and I still do. And it was just a natural thing to do. And I know all my other CFA colleagues and the DSE workers over here, anyone that would have saw her would have probably done exactly the same that I did. I've got no doubt about that. It was just something that we do. We try and protect life, property, and of course our environment. And just going after it just seemed to be the right thing to do, Christy.
Are you still putting out fires? I understand that there are 30 fires still burning in Victoria. I was wondering if you could just tell us how long do you think they're going to burn? How close are you and your colleagues to containing those fires?
Look, I'm not right up on how they are at the moment. I've been a little bit sidetracked with all the attention this has got. But it's at the moment, it's just, we're just in a lot of trouble at the moment, and we're getting a lot of help, and our state is just, we're trying to do the best with what we can, and I'm sorry that I'm not really sure on the status of them at the moment.
These fires have been so devastating for the people of Australia and devastating for people all over the world, just watching and seeing this destruction. 181 people dead. A death toll is expected to rise to about 300. So many people have lost their homes. In a way, the Sam the koala story is this much welcome glimmer of hope. I just wanted to get your feelings of perhaps just a little bit of joy to come out of this harrowing ordeal.
Look, Christy, I'm just an ordinary Australian guy that's just got a mortgage. I've got 2 kids. I live in Murbu North, which is just a little southern town in Victoria. Didn't expect anything to come out of this, and it was just so innocently done. The video footage was just taken for my daughter Cheyenne, and the photos that were taken by Mark Pardew, it was just some guys on the fire ground just doing what we do best. It was just so innocently done, Christy. And one of the things, if I can share with you, is I'm not sure if your Americans are aware or not, but the reason why her claw is still in my hand is, speaking with Colleen, who's looking after her, the cold water had dripped into my hand, and when she's put her paw up, she's felt the cold water and my cold hand, and it's given her some pain relief. and that's why she's held on for as long as she has. It's some way just giving her a bit of pain relief through the water dribbling through the bottle and into my hand